All right, Coach Kent Middleton, coming off a successful season, your first season, of course, your first season as a head coach, but you have the 3 decades worth of, not to date you or anything, but you have 3 decades worth of high school coaching experience. What have you taken from that year to this year, now that being your second year at Pusch Ridge?
Well, it was a really fun season, first of all, and we had great kids, great players that really came together well, and I think we understand the importance of team, and I think this year we've really tried to even encourage that a little bit more, because we actually have, we have some kids that could play college football, this year at the next level, and that can get in the way of that sometimes. That can get away the team stuff, and so we've been hitting real hard on, that'll take care of itself, and we need to keep coming together as a team, because we got our work cut out for it. We got a tough schedule. So
you guys lost a few seniors, but you got a good senior core with your quarterbacks, with Hayden and Ryan and Javier as running back and Jackson on the line. Just talk about what that senior core means to this year's team.
Well, that senior core, it was actually the first year I was here, they were freshmen. So they're they kind of came in with me, and they're very special because they've set the tone with their work ethic, their attitude. They all got great attitudes, and then watching them interact with each other and how well they get along has really been something to watch. And it's they've done so much for this program, and hopefully they'll do more. Like I said, we got a tough schedule, and we got a lot of work to do. By no means are we where we need to be, but hopefully we'll get there.
Yeah, some people might not have seen you play last year, and they're just looking at your returning players, and they see that Evans Lovett's gone now. But I mean, you guys have Javier Grajeda, so just talk about how he's going to be able to fill that void.
Javi is a special player because he's very durable. He is strong. He's got good quickness, got good vision. Does a great job with blocking. He's also a great defensive player too. So he's just an all-around really, really good football player. And he played a lot of football last year. I think he had just as many or maybe even more carries than Evan did last year. So, and Evan's obviously a special player, and he's going to be hard to replace, but Javi's certainly got the credentials to step in and do a great job, and I think he will. He's got great work ethic. So yeah, it's a blessing to have him.
Yeah, and now your 2 quarterback system worked last year, and it's a lot because of those guys interact so well. They've known each other for a few years now. So just talk about being able to play that 2 quarterback system.
They're a rare breed. I mean, they're very unselfish. And I know each one of them inside wants to be the guy all the time, and that's how we want them to be. We want them to be like that, but they understand the situation, and I can't even imagine anybody handling it as well as those 2 young men have. They're very special kids, and really good football players, again, on both sides of the ball. And the fact that they don't let this come between them has been something to see, and it's been really the face of our program. It really has. I mean, the fact that they're 2 quarterbacks, they play the premier position in football, and they're fighting each other every day in practice, and yet they're unified. They want to win football games. And they're just a great face of our program.
Right. Now you have one of the best junior classes by the whole state, right? With Will Way, Tyler Mustaine, Bryce Jewell. Those guys have played a lot since freshman year. So just talk about how much they mean to you guys.
Once again, as good of football players as they are, as good athletes as they are, they're better kids. They're better people, and I think that allows them to be great football players because they have their priorities straight. They're extremely hard workers. They're all very good in the classroom, great citizens off the field, and it's the icing on the cake is the fact that they're really good football players. And we call them the 3 amigos or whatever you want to call them, but they care about one another, and they care about this football team. And when you have your leaders as your hardest workers, or your best players as your hardest workers, that goes a long way, to solidifying everything you're trying to do.
Once again, you have an all-star coaching staff, a lot of veterans, a lot of guys have been around. So just talk about how much you respect those guys and how you guys work well together.
Well, you know, they are. They're you know, all the coaches we have are very knowledgeable, have been around forever, and been successful wherever they've been. You know, we got two ex-head coaches of very successful programs. We got one of the top assistant coaches in the history of probably the state, Coach Steele. Coach Miner, Coach Miner was the head coach at Ironwood Ridge.
Right.
Started the program, had great success there. Anthony's been the head coach at Marana twice. Brent Bartz is our offensive coordinator. He's been coaching forever. You know, Calvin Knox is a retired lieutenant colonel, so he brings that toughness, you know, to our staff. Jeff Drescher just came over from being the Ironwood Ridge defensive coordinator for a long time. Doyle Butler played at USC. He's got a great way with kids, a great way about him. Chuck Mustang, he's intense. He tells you whatever he thinks type coach, so he doesn't hold back anything. And I don't want to forget anybody, that's for sure. So I gotta make sure I come up with everybody.
Yeah.
I said Anthony Coronado.
Right.
I think I included all.
Yeah. And you're pretty ambitious with your schedule. I noticed you're playing at Benson.
Yep.
They made it to the 2A championship game. They got everybody back. No seniors last year. So
yes, they do.
And then you play a 4A team in Vista Grande.
Vista Grande, yeah. So our schedule's real tough. So we play, and then after Vista Grande, we got Eastmark, who's got everybody back.
Yeah.
Because they were just a junior team last year. And then after that, we got Snowflake, who won the state title last year. So we got our work cut out for us, and you know, we got to stay healthy. We got to stay healthy through the year, you know, and then obviously we got Sabino, and then we end up with Arizona College Prep, who played in the state semis last year at 3A level. So yeah, it's a dungeon of a schedule. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
Well, best of luck. I saw you guys are redoing your field over there, so it's going to have like a new look to it, right?
Yes. You know, hopefully it'll be ready, and certainly we'll be ready to go when it's ready to go. So. All right,
Coach. Well, I appreciate the time, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Look forward to covering you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.